Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends! This is so exciting. Whenever we learn Sfas Emes, it just gives me a rush. So we are going to be learning Mirz Hashem, first Maimer, Tuf, Reish Lamed Dalid, Sfas Emes, Parshas Pinchas, L'schus Yedid Nafshi, Jeremy Warnick Shlita, who's the inspiration behind these shiurim. B'chal is an inspiration to me in life. And also for Yedid Nafshi, Rav Gilamir ben Penina, Bracha v'hatzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadav lo l'mishpachto, Rav Ram Shraga ben Malka Esther, Bracha v'hatzlacha Yedid Nafshi b'chol ma'aseh yadav, for he and his family. So it says that after Pinchas acted zealously and did what he did, Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Hinin d'chein amor, Hineni nosein lo es brisi shalom. Therefore you should say to him, I am giving him my covenant of peace. What is this covenant of peace? What is this bris shalom? So Pinchas at this time became a Kohen. But in addition to being a Kohen, he also had this bris shalom. So we want to understand what was added here by the bris shalom. So the Medrash bedin sheyitol scharo. The Medrash says that bedin, that according to strict judgment, he deserves to take his reward. Gadol hashalom shenitan lepinchas she'ein olam misnai gelo b'shalom birkas kohanim b'shalom. The Medrash says, this is the Medrash in full. It makes, according to strict judgment, he should get his reward. The whole world is only run according to Shalom, and therefore Shalom is so great that it was given to Pinchas. And the Medrash continues. The Torah kula shalom, the whole Torah is shalom. Shalom. Its ways are ways of pleasant, and all of his pathways are peace. The God's Torah is shalom. Somebody comes from the way, you ask him shalom. How are you? Shalom. It's always shalom. In the morning you're shalom b'shalom. Last night, Shalom b'Shalom, Shema Yisrael, we end the bracha, HaPoires Sukkah Shalom, Shabbos. Tefillah Chosmin b'Shalom, Tefillah you conclude with Shalom, Berachas Ma'Yisrael b'Shalom, also Shalom b'Mrom, we answer Shalom. Berachas Kohanim Chosmin b'Shalom, V'yasim L'cha Shalom, Berachas Kohanim ends with Shalom. Aram V'Shim Ben Chalafta, and Kli Machzik Bracha L'Shalom, there's no Kli that holds bracha, there's no utensil that holds blessing, like shalom. Shalom Hashem oz lamoite Hashem berachasam v'shalom. So shalom is where it's at. God gives His nation strength and He blesses them with peace. So the Sfas Emes quotes this medrash in just a few words, and he says v'chulei. So we read the medrash in full. Ki ritzoni yisbarach makayim kol ein Avram v'shleimus hakol. The ratzon of Hashem is makayim, gives life to all of the nevraim. And that is Shleimus Hakol. That is Shleimus. Shalom implies Shleimus, completeness. They go together. Right? If you have a system that's complete, everything is doing its job and they're at peace. Everyone is fulfilling their task. Hashem Yisbarach B'Achar B'Yisrael. Hashem chose the Jewish people. Hashem is Gala Vosli Yisrael. Ein Shum Chet V'Kitchug Yochel Levatel Zeh. And Hashem chose the Jewish people. And when His love is revealed to the Jews, there is no sin. There is no words of prosecution that can nullify this love for the Jewish people. Like it says in the Pasuk, Imite Nishas Kol Hon Beisoy Boiz Yavuzulo. It says in Shir Hashirim, Parshas Pasuk Zayin, Ma'im Rab Lo Yichlu Chabas Ha'ava. Much water cannot extinguish the love, and a heart's lo yishtafua, and rivers won't sweep it away, wash it away. If a person gives the entire fortune of his house be'ava for the love that Hashem loves the Jewish people, will disgrace him. You can't be mevatel this love. On all sins, love covers up. If you want to have a good marriage, just love your spouse a lot, and you'll be able to overlook the annoying things. Yizbarach li Yisrael. And this is given to Aaron as a gift, that he'll always be clinging to this love. And he can always arouse the love that God has for the Jewish people. L'chein anani hakavod b'schus Aaron. And therefore the clouds of glory were in the schus of Aaron. It's through this love that God had for the Jewish people that Aaron aroused. The Jewish people were guarded from all kitrug, from any bad words. When Aaron died, they were now afraid of the Canaanite king. Because Nistalku Anane HaKavod. And it says in the pasuk, Vayiru Kol Edek of Aaron, they all saw that Aaron died. This can be read, not they saw, they were afraid. Now that Aaron died, oh boy, they're going to attack us, because now we have this kitrug on us. The love left, those are the clouds of glory. V'zeo gam came b'Shabbos Kodesh, Paras Sukkah Shalom, and that's also on Shabbos, God spreads out his sukkah of peace. In Ma'ariv, we say this, Shagam Ken Matan Yisrael is also a gift to the Jewish people, Kamash Kasuv. Like it says in the Gemara, Shabbos Yiram Beis, Beitz Tazayin Amad Aleph, Matana Tova Beveis Genazai Shem Izgala B'Shabbos Avosa Yisbarach L'Vnei Yisrael. That on Shabbos there's great love. That's what the Shalom is. Shalom is Shleimus. Shleimus is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu chooses the Jewish people, and he reveals his love for them, and therefore he sees them b'shleimus. That's the Shalom, that he sees them as being perfect, and therefore no kitcher can affect us. And this is especially on Shabbos. Shabbos is a great gift that God gave to the Jewish people. That's when Hashem reveals his love for the Jewish people. Like we say in davening, with love, God gave us Shabbos with love. He wanted us. This is a gift for the Jewish people. He loves them with generosity. Shekadosh Baruch Hu, it's a pasuk in Hosea. Shekadosh Baruch Hu misnadei v'avel ibnei Yisrael. Shekadosh Baruch Hu volunteers kaviyachol his love for the Jewish people. Ki ev shel basar v'dam lios b'shleimus karoy. It's impossible for a person to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all know that. Ki ein tzadik bar yastov lo yechta. It says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 20. I have to thank Herman Wouk, so sein gesundheit stark. He's over 100 years old. Very famous Jewish author. Lives in California. He wears a huge yarmulke. Last I saw him, Nebuchadnezzar was connected to an oxygen tank. But I hope he's better. He should live a long life. In any event, so he wrote a book, The Cain Mutiny, that I read when I was 15. So there he quotes Ecclesiastes. He used to live in the city, stuff in the Jewish center on the west side. In any event, he quotes Ecclesiastes, and the Cain Mutiny, so that's where I learned the word Ecclesiastes, which is really Koheles. So it's good that I can give a bracha to Mr. Wook. Ein tzaddik baretz asher yaseh tov v'lo yechta. It says in Koheles that there's no tzaddik on earth who only does good and doesn't sin. Nobody's perfect. Rakshem is galer etzonis baruch hu shleimus. When the will of Hashem to love the Jewish people is revealed, then our shleimus is revealed, because then he overlooks the ra. V'zanitin liYisrael v'yasim l'cha shalom. God will give you shalom. God will give you shleimus. God will perfection, that everything is working the way it should. With Aaron oiv shalom v'roidev shalom. Aaron loved peace, and Aaron pursued peace. Vayidei Aratz, that's why Aaron is a man of shleimus, which brings this love of the Jewish people. That's what shleimus is. Vayidei Shalom. Vayidei Aratz and Shahayelo love l'bchinas Shalom nosin lo Hashem Yisbarach b'matana. And because he had this will to come to this bechina, to this perspective of Shalom, God gave him a present. It's a gift I'm giving you, this kahuna. And that's the Shalom. That's the Birkas Kohanim. V'yasem l'cha Shalom. The Kohanim give this bracha. They have this Shalom in them. The Shalom Shalom is the opposite of machlokas. That's why Aaron said, Rodev Shalom. He wanted to make peace between people. Shalom, Shlemus is the opposite of machlokas. Machlokas, things are split up. Shalom is when there's no misnagid, there's nothing against you, there's no makatreg. Machlokas is when there are things against you. So when people are doing averis, and there's a kitrug and there's a persecution against us, that's a lack of shalom. But when we have shleimus, then nobody's against us, everybody's at peace. V'zerak be'ezer Hashem yisbarach shu melech shel shalom shelo. It says in the pasuk here, Ashir Mashal Shlomo lamelech shel shalom shelo. God is called the king who has peace. Peace again is not just two people not fighting. Peace is when everything is working perfectly, everything's doing it, everybody's doing their job. The angels of fire and water make peace, and they nullify themselves to do the will of their creator. That's Shemayim, Eshumayim. So Esh and Mayim are able to make peace up there to do the will of their creator, even though fire and water normally don't go together. Kamoken kfishim is galer itzono. Yizbarach b'Yisrael v'cholechad b'frat mispatlim kol ha'keshugim. The more the will of God is revealed towards every Jew, to love every Jew, then all the kitrugim are mizbatel, everything against us, all the bad words that are said in Shemayim by those prosecuting angels are nullified. V'zeo kli machzik bracha. And that's what it means, that ain't shalom klim. That's why it's machzik bracha. It's holding all the bracha because all the kitrugim are silenced. Everything said badly against us is silenced. Pinchas zachal kahuna bedin u'shiyitol schar. The Medrash says Pinchas merited his kahuna according to strict judgment. He deserved it. By taking vengeance. V'din she'asa b'rishayim, and that's the judgment. He did din. So he was zeicha bedin. He was zeicha through the din that he did, that he carried out through this strict judgment. B'rishayim. Remember, the Maisa of Pinchas was not a Maisa of Sinah. The Maisa of Pinchas was a Maisa of Ava. Ava Hashem Yisbarach Lufnei Yisrael. It was love of God. He loved God. He couldn't take this Aveira. And he loved the Jewish people. And he couldn't stand to see this Aveira, so he had to stop it. And therefore, Zachal b'chinas hashleimus b'din. He was zoche b'din. He earned it, meaning he carried out din, and he also earned b'din this bracha of shalom. That's why Gadol HaShalom shenitan lePinchas, because the whole world is snaig b'shalom. Birkas Kohanim is b'shalom. In other words, he was given this shleimus because he removed the kitrugim from the world. He brought the world to a place where, at that time, it can now hold the bracha because there's no kitrugim, because he showed his love for God. And obviously, if we show our love for Hashem, then Hashem shows his love for us. And then I'll call P'shaim Techase Ahava. Then love covers all sins. When you're in love, you don't see. When you're going out with that girl, you're just in love. You don't see there's anything wrong with her. And you're married for a few years, the love wanes a little bit, and sometimes people notice things. But when you're in love, forget about it. Perfecto. And that's the way Kiviyachal Hashem sees us. If we carry out acts of love like Pinchas, he sees us the same way, and that brings to shalom, and that holds all the bracha in the world. So we should be zochim to Hashem, to live lives of shalom, shalom with ourselves, shalom with each other, shalom with the kitrugim, and we should be zochim to Hashem b'karav mamish, to v'nasati shalom ba'aretz, like it says in Parshas b'chukosai b'vias Mashiach tzidkenu b'mehera v'yameinu, amen v'yamein. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends, and a beautiful Shabbos.